All right. Hello, kids. How you doing? My name is Mr. Spotlight Sparkles. I'm Santa Claus's #1 rock and roll roadie. Well, at least I used to be, back before there were concerts and live shows and whatnot. So now I'm an unemployed elf. But luckily, Mr. Jack Dwyer was fortunate enough to bring me up on stage because he was looking for some performers that blow hawk or something like that. I don't know. So he invited me to come on up and tell some rock and roll stories and tell a little bit about myself in the hopes of finding a new gig, perhaps. Who knows? So, hello. My name is Spotlight Sparkles. Now, I think my #1 favorite rock and roll story, probably my claim to fame, if you will. I one time partied with Mr. Chuck Berry, and after a whole night of drinking, I convinced him to put a horse saddle up on Rudolph and ride him off into the distance. And well, you know how the rest of that song goes. Well, what can I say? The years have been good to me. I am 542 years young. For those of you keeping count, that's right. That makes me a Renaissance baby. So let me enlighten you on the longevity of being an elf. I usually start my day with having a whole cigarette, and oh, I can't smoke in here? Fudge, okay. That's all right, because I got a big pound of Who hash backstage waiting for me from those Who's down in Whoville. You know, they got a good nose for that stuff. So, after that, I usually switch it over to the Glühwein. You Nordiques know what you're talking about. Although, I still don't exactly know what's in Glühwein. I mean, I've tasted and sniffed all sorts of glue within my lifetime, and I don't taste any adhesive in there. I sure do feel that wine, though. Also, other than that, I love to eat candy. What can I say? Life is pretty good as an elf, you know? Now, I think one of the biggest things of being Santa Claus's #1 rock and roll roadie is, well, sometimes I gotta do security and I gotta, put people in their place. So, if Santa Claus is ever putting on a rock show and all his fanboys are trying to get backstage, saying, "Oh, we want to see Mr. Santa Claus," I look at the naughty and nice list and I remind them, if they're on the naughty list, I say, "Hey, you better be good this year or else you ain't gonna see Saint Nick, all right?" Oh, you don't believe me? Well, how about old Spotlight Sparkles comes to your home and takes a shit in your stocking? Oh, you still think that's funny? Well, how about I call up my buddies, the Grinch and the Krampus, so they can run the holiday train on your mama? It's not like she's never called him for that one before. Well, folks, before I get too far and I get canceled this culture season, I'm going to introduce the next band. Everybody, please welcome to the stage the Matt Shookin' Trio.